Hey guys, this is Anime Ball Z, and today we are going to be doing the first part of What If King Kai was on Kami's lookout. As you can see, I will be bringing a DBZ What If for you guys once again. I believe it is easier for me to do DBZ What Ifs than Naruto What Ifs because I know more about the topic, so I'll be bringing some DBZ What Ifs for you guys. Since most of Dragon Ball and a lot of Dragon Ball Z might change, I have addressed the things that will change in this What If, hopefully all of it. If I've missed something, please put it in the comments. And without further ado, let's get into the video.
Slick talker since a jit. Winter time, all the time, ooh, yeah. Look at the way that I move, swag. Disrespectful and I'm rude, okay. I had cocaine in the school.
Instead of the story before, Goku lands on Kami's lookout from the jump. Goku lands on the lookout and Mr. Popo comes out with his stance ready for battle. He then hears faint crying and he drops his stance, obviously. He goes to the pod and he sees a baby Goku inside. Mr. Popo picks him up and nurses him in his hands, and Kami eventually comes out when Mr. Popo hasn't returned yet. Mr. Popo is holding a baby in his hands and Kami sees that the baby has a tail. Goku starts becoming fierce and retaliating against Mr. Popo, but since Mr. Popo is so strong, he can easily contain him. Goku is eventually taken in for him to eat because he seemed hungry, and after he starts to eat pretty much all the food they have, he seems more satisfied. After this, they wanted to keep him, and so did King Kai. He just didn't really come out because he saw it as a waste of time, to be honest. So Goku grows and grows stronger too through fights with Kami, Mr. Popo, and sometimes King Kai. But he obviously wouldn't be going at full power because Goku would just get demolished. Goku is mainly taught endurance his whole life, and now he can handle punches and kicks from people way stronger than he is. The main reason King Kai has taught him like this is because of the Kaioken. Goku doesn't know Kamehameha and many other techniques because he hasn't met Master Roshi yet. Goku doesn't go to the World Martial Arts Tournament because when Kami advised King Kai about this, he saw it as a waste of time and wants Goku to learn Kaioken as quick as possible to defend himself, and so he doesn't have to worry about anyone who's stronger than him when he's in danger. Goku also grows his stamina too through hard work, and eventually, by just before the 22nd Tenkaichi Budokai, his power level is almost equal to that in the Raditz Saga at 408, which is equal to Piccolo's power level in the Raditz Saga. I know this is quite low for King Kai's training, but now they have all the time in the world and King Kai takes it much slower, and now he is much younger and King Kai can't go that hard because he won't be able to take it. Goku also gets Kaioken times 2 down, but the strain is so much that he never uses it and only used it once in training when he first learned it. After this, he was bedridden for a month, so yeah. Goku isn't taught the Spirit Bomb yet, but he is slowly and steadily learning it. Also, Goku doesn't hit his head, but he is slowly growing nicer and nicer, but his ferocity is still there, but he doesn't like to kill the innocent. He also isn't as dumb. Let's just assume Goku forgets about Bardock telling him to destroy the planet, and also we're not using the DBS retcon because it just changes the story way too much. We're going to use the original style of story. Once the 22nd Tenkaichi Budokai is over, Kami sees that there's a problem. Kami says, "There's a problem on the surface." Goku says, "What's the problem, Kami?" Kami says, "It's a long story, but my other half is down there, killing. I need you to neutralize him, Goku." Goku instantly zooms down to ground and confronts Tambourine head on. Krillin isn't there because Goku never fought in the tournament and Goku's stuff isn't even there. This also means that Tambourine isn't coming from the Dragon Balls and Grandpa Gohan is still alive. Tambourine is only there for the tournament attendee sheets. Goku zooms at him promptly and hits him in the gut so hard that his arm goes right through him. Tambourine hits him in the back, but Goku looks up like he's relatively unaffected and simply uses a thin eye beam and explodes his head. Goku pulls his fist from his body and Tambourine's body thumps to the floor. Goku runs out and flies away. This means that Goku doesn't meet Yajirobe, but he is being confronted by one of King Piccolo's children. I do believe that Yajirobe can handle himself though. Master Roshi still lures King Piccolo to him, but Goku senses this and is on his way there. By the time he arrives, Master Roshi is currently in a tough time with King Piccolo and has just missed the evil containment wave. King Piccolo is about to blast Master Roshi when he grabs Master Roshi away. Tien has ran out to fight King Piccolo, but Goku literally appears in front of Tien to stop him from running to King Piccolo and getting himself killed. Goku says, "I'll take him down." Goku jumps at King Piccolo and headbutts him in the stomach. King Piccolo coughs blood and drops the Dragon Balls. Kami has arrived and Goku and Kami have had a plan from the start. King Piccolo says, "It's you, Kami." Goku says, "We will let you live on one condition." King Piccolo shouts, "Never!" Goku kicks him in the head and Kami says, "We must fuse again." King Piccolo replies with, "Never! I am the Demon King Piccolo!" Goku just puts his hand out to King Piccolo, ready to blast him if he denies. He won't actually kill him, but he is showing him he can kill him, and he is also heavily injuring him and threatening him. He doesn't kill him because you know Kami will die as well, and it will also ruin their plan that they have in mind. Goku says, "Well, with your condition, you can't fight back, so to be honest, we're not asking you, we're telling you." King Piccolo stands and doesn't say a word. Kami puts his hand on King Piccolo and a flash of light appears from the two. This makes Goku step back and now the nameless Namekian stands. I know that likely King Piccolo wouldn't let in so easily, but he had nothing else to live for since Goku could have just killed him right there anyway, so he just gives in. He doesn't care anymore. He really did have to swallow his pride with that one though. Kami turns and grabs all the Dragon Balls to summon Shenron. They need to summon Shenron because the nameless Namekian looks really old and his power level is barely as strong as it should be. Kami wishes for his youth and his power is boosted. Let's say the power level of this new being is something like 3780. Kami feels power like he never has before and they head for the lookout. Tien shouts and says, "Can I train with you?" Goku smiles because he has finally got a training partner that isn't much weaker than him and isn't much stronger than him. Just saying, many things don't happen, so I will address them now. Everything to do with Goku and basically all of the sagas before the King Piccolo saga just doesn't happen. For example, the Red Ribbon Army is still in full capacity. It is still running completely. Before Goku arrived, they were trying to get the Dragon Balls and all, but Kami knew that King Piccolo wasn't going to take it, and they just fled to their hideout and didn't want the Dragon Balls this time. Yamcha isn't still in his hideout, he's with Bulma because Bulma came to Yamcha because of the Dragon Balls or whatever. And Yamcha is in the Turtle Hermit School, but he didn't want to come and help them or whatever because he doesn't feel like he needs to yet. He isn't actually good yet. Krillin still attends the Turtle Hermit School and his power level is something like 250, less in the series by this time. This is because he doesn't have a training partner like Goku. Tien also was with the Z Fighters because he doesn't want to die to King Piccolo, and he also has respect for Krillin and his team that fought in the tournament. Also, Goku does actually get the Ultra Divine Water because Korin is below the lookout and Kami advises him to go there to unlock his full potential. All three of them train before the 23rd Tenkaichi Budokai, and when I mean three, I mean that Kami has had a child called Piccolo Jr. in the name of his evil half King Piccolo. He isn't a reincarnation or anything, so he doesn't have the need to be evil and he doesn't know his cause. He is just a normal child like everyone else. This time Piccolo is less evil, but we will still keep a majority of his formality but banish his sense of evil. Tien slowly loses his evil like in the series because of his old sensei. So these are the three power levels of them. Piccolo Jr. has a power level of 710 but without Kaioken. Tien's power level is something like 590 and he hasn't gotten down Kaioken yet. Goku's power level is 750 and he has Kaioken but it still gives him a lot of strain, so he still doesn't use it. Kami, who is now the nameless Namekian, has a power level of 4100 with Kaioken times 2, so the first set of Kaioken. The three attend the 23rd Tenkaichi Budokai and they all look older and Goku is much taller. When Goku meets Chi-Chi, Chi-Chi doesn't rant at him about marriage or anything, but Chi-Chi does find him attractive and wants to know more about him. Goku's also more badass in this series and isn't always a smiling guy, but he has more formality and is serious. Through the prelims, they crush everyone and they show their dominance. The first quarterfinals match is Mercenary Tao versus Tien. Mercenary Tao doesn't actually have any robotic components because he was never defeated by Goku. Tien uses about 20%, which brings him to a power level of 118. Mercenary Tao's power level is the same as Cyborg Tao to keep the story steady, and Tien sees that he is much stronger than he thought. Tien reveals about 50% and his power level raises to 295 to 300. Tien punches him right across the arena and pulls his finger out. A beam from the Dodon Ray goes right through Mercenary Tao and Tao falls to his knees, coughing blood. Tien rushes him, then sends a heavy wave of Ki wind and Tao falls right off the arena and slams into the front of the crowd. Tien smiles and puts his hands down. The second match is Goku vs Chi-Chi. Goku is fighting her at like 20% power, he doesn't want to go all out. Goku sees that this girl is quite powerful and good looking, then instantly knocks her out with a Ki fist punch. Chi-Chi goes flying off of the arena and Goku says, "You should come with me, I sense good power within you." Chi-Chi doesn't mind because he has a lot of power and she wants to be powerful too. Chi-Chi takes up the challenge and Goku smiles. The next match is now Piccolo vs Krillin. Krillin doesn't hold back and sprints right to Piccolo. Piccolo doesn't hesitate. He grabs his bald head like a basketball and uppercuts him right off of the arena. Piccolo's cloak flows down and he slowly walks away. The last quarterfinals match, both have people that didn't attend, so this is a great chance to add Mr. Popo to the mix. Mr. Popo is against Grandpa Gohan, student of Master Roshi. Grandpa Gohan slightly wins due to his insane fighting prowess and he makes it to the semi-finals. Now for the first semi-finals match. Goku vs Tien. Goku uses a condensed energy wave that stresses Tien's hands very much. Goku is only using about 85 to 90% to confuse Tien and pull his guard down and focus down at the start. Goku is still dominating against Tien, but then he powers up and charges his own explosive battle barrage technique. He sends 20 different energy waves and Tien starts dodging. He gets hit by one and it explodes really badly. Tien gets blasted off of the ring and he loses. Goku puts his hands down and walks off. As you can probably tell, he has been conserving his energy and effort for the final match. The next semi-final match is Piccolo vs Grandpa Gohan. Grandpa Gohan screams and powers up and then charges the Kamehameha wave. Piccolo puts up one hand and his hand starts to glow, ready to block the attack. Grandpa Gohan launches it and Piccolo actually feels some pressure, but he is easily pushing it back as he is slowly walking forward. Grandpa Gohan gets engulfed in the blast and he flies off of the ring. Piccolo walks off slowly again because he has never really had to use that much power. Now it's the finals. Piccolo Jr. vs Goku. Goku knows Piccolo's power and he reveals all of his strength from the jump. He uses his own attack, the Battle Gush. He waves his hand and a huge gush of Ki wind goes from his hand and Piccolo blocks the attack by pulling his arms up to his face. Goku saw the attack that Grandpa Gohan used and he just uses the Kamehameha wave like that. Piccolo launches the demon wave and they both clash and explode. Goku appears from the smoke and punches Piccolo in the head, then follows with several attacks after his decoy attack. Piccolo is blocking some, but he is still getting hit loads and loads. Piccolo flies back to near the center of the ring to secure not getting kicked off. Goku jumps up extremely high and uses his battle barrage, a weaker version of the explosive battle barrage. It is more like an annoying and decoy attack instead of actually being an offensive attack like the explosive battle barrage. Several beams zoom down to the ground and Piccolo shoots several of his own ki blasts upward to counter the attacks coming from above. Goku dives down and shoots a mouth beam. Piccolo uses his hands with concentrated ki to block the attack and he starts crouching down really bad to keep himself from being engulfed. He quickly jumps to the side and the blast zooms right through the arena and also explodes. Piccolo turns into a Great Namekian and grabs Goku from the air. I don't think we actually know the power multiplier for the Great Namekian form, but if you guys know, please put it in the comments because I was looking for the multiplier all over the internet for quite a bit of time and couldn't actually find a valid multiplier. I'd say it can't be 2 times or over because Piccolo would have likely utilised his form in the series. I'd say it is a 30% to 35% increase and maybe it could increase with more experience of the form, who knows. His power level then increases to about 941. Goku gets slammed into the arena floor with a backhand and he can barely get back up. Goku shoots another mouth beam but Piccolo easily blocks the attack with just his hand. Goku just can't push further, then Piccolo pushes him deeper into the ground with a hand slam. Goku jumps back and out, then knows what he has to do. He makes a fist with both hands and his aura enlarges and falls into him. His aura then releases again in a blazing crimson red colour. Goku's power level jumps to 1500. As you can see, Goku is using the Kaioken. As you can probably tell, Goku's power level is already equal to that of Raditz's power level, and that's 5 years before. Goku jumps and punches Piccolo in the head that sends him far into the air. Piccolo reverts to his base form and comes flying to the ground. Goku puts his fist out and ki starts to absorb into his arm in pure white cyan coloured streams. Goku's arm then turns white like in the series just before he actually creates the spirit bomb like the ball. He uses this type because it is easier for him to use. He jumps right up to him and punches him right to ground, right out of bounds. Goku lands and disperses the ki and his Kaioken fades. Goku falls to his hands and knees and starts panting extremely hard. Goku wins the tournament and Piccolo congratulates him for doing so. Chi-Chi and Krillin return with the gang to Kami's lookout to train with him and King Kai. Chi-Chi and Goku also have Gohan at the same time as the series to keep things simpler. Gohan isn't brought into a family that wants him to be educated, but he is now a fighter. His great potential raises his power to about 100 by about 1 year before the arrival of Raditz. Chi-Chi's power level at this time is something like 350, showing she is adapting and learning fast, with her about 60% of the way there to Kaioken. Krillin's power level by this time is something like 416, equal to that of Goku's, and Yamcha's power level is something like 400, a bit lower than Krillin's. So that will conclude the first part of What If King Kai was on Kami's lookout. Please like and comment if you like this what if, or put anything that I should improve on for the next part in the comments below. If you like this what if, please subscribe and put on post notifications to be told when the next part of this what if will be out with great accuracy. The like goal for this what if will be something like 150 likes. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. I also just wanted to say thank you so much for 2,800 subscribers, so that's all I wanted to say, and I'll see you in the next video.